Well, howdy there, partner. Welcome to Unmasked Universe, where we unmask the universe inside of you. So it's obviously Saturday. If you're watching this on a different day, then it's not Saturday. But I'm so glad that you're here to join me for angel messages today. I'm very excited. The angels have asked me to do it a little bit differently today. So instead of pulling four cards at one time, they're asking me to pull one card and channel, one card and channel. So we'll see what this variation does. Okay, we'll switch it up a little bit and see how that goes. I have pre-shuffled all the cards and I have my crystals ready. I'm pretty much set up. I've got my team here. The angels are with me. The collective guardian angels I will call on just shortly. I have not tapped into them yet. But thank you for being here. I love you all very much, and I'm grateful that you're here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hopefully, you've gone through some of the stuff yesterday or the day before and done some of the work that you needed to feel better today. I know that I'm feeling a bit better, but I'm feeling tired after the work that I was doing yesterday. So, um, yeah, we'll start there. Let me just go over the crystal, and then we will tap into the collective energy. Okay. So I actually don't have a lot of this crystal, and I was just realizing that I love this crystal. It's really beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors. Hold on one second. But the crystal today is Amazonite. Amazonite. I don't know how you want to call it. And it's turquoise. I guess that depends on each person how they would like to call that. Amazonite. Amazonite. But it's such a beautiful turquoise color, and that's one of my favorite colors. So I'm surprised I don't have more of it. I guess I wasn't drawn to it at the time, or there's other crystals calling me out more so lately. So Amazonite has a powerful filtering action. At a physical level, it blocks geopathic stress, absorbs microwave and cell phone emanations, and protects against electromagnetic pollution. It should be placed between you and the source of any pollution or taped to a cell phone. I guess that's a good position for it to be then on my ear. Um, Now, where was I? At a mental level, it filters the information passing through the brain and combines it with intuition. This is an extremely soothing stone. It calms the brain and nervous system and aligns the physical body with the etheric, maintaining optimum health. It balances the masculine and feminine energies and many aspects of the personality. It is a stone that helps you see both sides of a problem or different points of view. At an emotional level, Amazonite soothes emotional trauma, alleviating worry and fear. It dispels negativity or negative energy and aggravation. Spiritually, an elixir of Amazonite is extremely beneficial to all levels of consciousness. This stone itself assists in manifesting universal love. Mm. And who doesn't want more love? I mean, really? I know I do. Love is a beautiful thing. All right, so I'll show you that one more time before I lay it to rest. I know it's blurry, but there, that's a bit better. Yeah, it's on some of my earrings. Okay, so let's get into the collective energy. Just give me a moment here while I tap into it. All right, they are here. Okay, thank you, angels, for being here. Why don't we pull a card? Let's see what happens. Okay, angels, which card, I guess specifically, would you like to come out first? That one. Ooh, fun, because I have really had this on my mind a lot lately. So, the card is Manifest Your Dreams. Angel number 456. You have the power to make things happen. It is time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting your every step of the way. Okay, so, and that's confirmation for me as well. All right, angels, what is it that you would like to channel through for the collective and for their highest and greatest good regarding this card, regarding this message? Okay, so what they're saying is that at this time, the collective is being offered a really beautiful opportunity where all of your ability to manifest, all of your they keep saying super manifester. So all of your like the energy right now is condensed in a way that you're able to manifest much more quickly. And I noticed even myself over the last few days some things that I manifested by accident that were not so great. And it happened in a matter of like less than 24 hours. Some of it happened in the same day, and I was like, oh, and it was showing me personally. They're saying stop getting sidetracked. Sorry. It was showing me though personally how fast I was manifesting. So let me just get back on track here. Sorry, angels. Yes, so we're in this, they're showing me like a sphere. It's like a bubble around you right now. And so time, time is an illusion itself. And so when we realize that time is not a real thing, it's a construct of a 3D matrix, we can also understand that there are times in which we can slow down time and working in different dimensions allows us to slow down time or to have things maturate, interesting word, maturate in a sped up time according to the way that humans perceive time. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how they're coming through. So what they're saying is that you've entered this sphere which operates in a different dimension. It's almost like you've stepped into this different dimension which has placed the sphere of protection around you, in essence, slowing down time, which will allow your manifestations to occur in a quicker timeline according to your human self. So you can manifest things very quickly. And so they're saying, pay very close attention to your thoughts at this time and the feelings that are coming up. Try to, if you do have a lot of heavy feelings coming up, they're saying make sure that you're containing that in its own bubble as well. That you have the ability to feel these feelings from a detached perspective so that you're not taking them on as your own and holding yourself back from manifesting what you want rather than, yeah, that makes sense, manifesting the things that you don't want. So this, this, this portal or this bubble, whatever you would like to call it, is not going to be around forever. So they're saying like this is kind of a reward for all of the hard work that everybody is doing, but you have to understand that you're actually in control of what you manifest too. So if you're getting dysregulated, if you're getting emotional, if you're thinking really negatively, you're going to manifest the negative things in your life. And it'll be up to you to discern how those things connect to your emotional, mental states. Okay. So they're saying that this slowing down of time is a gift from the angels, from source, for all of the work that everybody in the collective has been doing. And so they want you to understand that it's going to be up to you to focus all of your attention and your energy and your thoughts into an aligned position so that you can manifest what it is that you truly desire. And these manifestations will come in a much quicker way. For those of you on the very beginning stages, um, of your journey, they're saying that you still have access to this bubble. That's the best way I can describe it. You still have access to this bubble, but it's going to be what you're able to manifest will be a little bit more subdued than somebody who is, say, working on the um, fourth dimension, and then again somebody on the fifth, and it goes up in stages, right? So depending on where you are in your own journey, the mass amount of what you can bring in um, as a whole will be different for each. So the clearer your vibration, they're saying, the clearer your vibration is, the more you can draw in your manifestation. So the more likely the bigger things are to come in. That's the best way that they're describing it. All right. Is there anything more that you'd like to say about this, angels? Yeah, they're just saying quickly in terms of how think quickly in terms of what it is that you truly desire. What do you, they're showing me needs versus wants for some of you. For others of you, it's more of like, what is your outcome? What is your most desirable outcome um, rather than actual needs. For those of you who are a little bit further along, they're showing me that they want you to focus your attention on the desired outcome rather than the specifics or the amount of money, or they're saying like, how would you want to live? What would make you happy? So, you have a limited window in human time to be immersed in this energy, in this gift, and they're giving this as an opportunity to demonstrate um, not just goodwill, but a show of faith for all of the work that the collective has been doing. So that's the end of that stream I'm hearing. So let's get another card here. That one tried to jump out, but it went right back in. All right. Ooh, okay, prosperity. Okay, so prosperity, angel number 808. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. Okay, so immediately what I was getting was that, okay, this ties back to this last message a little bit about what it is that what our ideal outcome is. And in essence, you know, when we embrace all of our innate talents and gifts, and we allow ourselves to express those, and only follow the things that make us happy, even if they seem completely unrelated to what it is that we're doing. So if we have a goal in mind, um, and we're using our gifts and our talents to reach that goal, and it lights us up, but then we go and we do something else that is really creative or that also lights that spark. It's doing things like this, being like multitasking or multi-focusing your energy on all of these different things that actually bring joy into your life is what's going to get you to the goal and the outcome. And so this prosperity, this embracing your potential, is all about figuring out what those things are. What is it that lights me up? Like, am I a creative? Do I find a lot of passion, joy, and love out of um, like for me, it's doing this, right? And channeling and creating content. And I also love doing art and I love creating things on the side, like using my hands and, like figure out what it is that lights you up that you're passionate about because the prosperity comes when we let go of the need to place value on something. And so they're saying, so long as you embrace your own potential and follow those things that bring you the most amount of joy in your life. I mean, of course, you still have to balance that out with the necessary things that happen in your 3D world. But they're saying, so long as you actually focus on those things that you love while um, while tapping into your own gifts and abilities and using those for the benefit of humanity, you will prosper. You will be prosperous, but do not place value on that. Do not place like restrictions and control. And that comes in the form of how am I going to make money from this? Am I like doubt? Doubt is a big one, they're saying. Am I going to be able to do this? Am I good enough? Especially where money is concerned, though they're saying, where money is concerned, you're not doing this um, for money. Money will come as a result of you following in the pursuit of joy and happiness and in the pursuit of your own potential. Because remember, everybody has potential within them. Everybody. And just because we see that potential or we can see the potential in another does not mean it's going to be fulfilled. So it's up to us to fulfill that by following what it is that really makes us happy. If we're doing a job, say we're working a job that we absolutely hate, or we hate the hours, or we don't want to, we'd rather work from home, or do you know what I mean? If there's aspects of it that are bothering you and they're bogging you down, or they're always asking you to work overtime and you're not being compensated fairly for the work that you're doing, these are things to consider because this is creating blocks in your prosperity and in your abundance. And they want you to know if you were to shift that into things that you love, then you're going to prosper. But we have to let go of this idea of the how am I going to, how, details all along the way. This is the universe's job, right? And so another card that came out was simplification, and that's angel number 654. Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. And so this is really the stream that they were just talking about, which is why I picked it up in that moment because we get so caught up in the how it's going to happen, how it needs to happen, as well as how we're going to provide for ourselves if we're to follow our joy. And again, like these details, if you're switching from one job or one kind of thing to another, you don't have to do it all at one shot. You do not have to start up your business and quit your job all in one go because most people find that it's easier or sometimes better for the person, right, to slowly integrate because it takes time to build a business and a reputation and all of that jazz. But it also takes time for you to acclimatize to the changes. And so if you have both going, it might require a little more work on your part for a little while, but eventually you can switch over from one to another more until you're at that point where it's like, well, I need to make a decision now. I need to be able to put more time into my new business, my home business, or my personal business. And working this job is not allowing me, but this job is paying me more than what I'm currently taking in. Then you have to take that leap of faith and go for it. But ultimately, what they're saying is that it will happen so long as you are happy and you love doing what you're doing. It will, you'll receive reciprocity, but it does require simplification. So simplifying the mind, simplifying all of that in between stuff, having your focus on what it is that you wish to attain or how you'd like to be living more so, they're saying, more so than anything else. What is your life going to look like if you have that job, right? If you are following your bliss and that is what you're doing, and that would fulfill your life, then what does that life look like? And then anytime that your mind gets cluttered with the details or with doubt or with what is the other word that you were trying to say that I missed? Doubt and fear. Um, Anytime that you have these fears and these doubts coming up, they want you to work on that as you go along. So this is how we surrender the old programming because these things are going to come up in the form of limiting beliefs or emotions that get triggered by thoughts, right? They want you to simplify your life by just working towards like taking steps in that direction, but also reevaluating every time something does trigger you and deciding in that moment to surrender it, release it, heal it, whatever you need to do in that moment to work on that one limiting belief so that you can get through the resistance of this change because humans really like change. They're showing me like, we're living in this like bubble that we've created ourselves and we don't we like a lot of humans like some sort of consistency. Some humans love change, but that kind of chaos and change constantly in their life is actually a really ungrounded place that's coming from. And even them, if they were to change that chaos in their life, that would be a change that would be very uncomfortable, right? So everybody has their form of comfortability, and that's what they're showing me with this bubble is like we live in our bubble, we like our bubble, and when things force us to change, we don't like that. Even when it's by our own doing. And so it's going to trigger different aspects within you that may feel confronting, that may feel limiting, and your job is to deal with them one by one. And so for some of you, you may need to slowly integrate into this new way of being. For others of you, they're asking, like, just start adopting, because for some of you, you're struggling with just joy and happiness in your personal life, regardless. And they're saying that um, for those of you who are having troubles with that, it is time to start exploring new things that you've never tried before, or because you've let go of so much of who like your old identity that was connected to so many different things. You may not be interested in any of the things that used to make you happy in the past, and they're saying it's time to start really exploring all of the different facets that are now available to you and try different things, try new things, see what it is that's going to bring that sense of growth within yourself, and that growth within yourself by illuminating joy and peace and happiness within you will grow into other fields and other realms in your life where you can then start to um, open yourself up to receive more of that joy, more of that love, and that will lead you to passion, right? And that passion is the thing that really lights us up. So, all right, which deck would you like me to grab from, Angels? Okay, I'm hearing the same one. What is the next message that you'd like to share with the collective, please? And thank you. Whoop, that was way too many. So I'll take the one that flipped really slowly over on the top. And that would be empowerment. And that is a great card to follow up on all the things that we were just saying. So, empowerment. Stand in your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. Angel number 898. Okay. So, again, when we are following our own intuition, when we are following our own passion, when we are following our own selves rather than following other people's beliefs, other people's ways of doing it, societal conditioning, when we're following ourselves, we empower ourselves. Okay. And this does tie into this whole simplification idea of the mind, of all of the emotions, of everything that's tying us to all of the old ways of being. Understanding that this empowerment is a two-way street, they're saying. So it's not only by doing for ourselves that and separating ourselves from our conditioning that we empower ourselves, but it is by pursuing the things that make you happy, by pursuing the goal of living the life that you truly want by living in such a way that, yes, does not go in accordance to society, but goes with your own natural rhythm and flow. By doing this, you are creating self-empowerment for yourself. But not only that, by taking control of your own life, they're saying, by taking control of your life when these limiting beliefs come up, when these fears come up, not suppressing them, not putting them off till later, not being too scared to deal with them, but by taking them on head on and doing it anyways, they're saying that is such a huge way to self-empowerment as well. And so the further you get on this journey and the more you manifest the things that you truly want, you build this effect like a snowball. I get this often, this snowball effect where it accumulates and it accumulates and it grows and it grows and it grows until it goes on its own. And it has its own trajectory, and you no longer have to put effort into rolling it to get it bigger and bigger and bigger. It just goes on its own because you've done all of the hard work to build it, right? And so they're saying by, simplifying your life, by doing these things as they come up and really, oh, my phone is going off, and really pursuing your own dreams. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to pause it here for a second. Sorry about that. Let me just get tapped back into that stream. Okay. So by pursuing your own dreams and pursuing your own creative endeavors, this this in itself is going to empower you, right? Because you'll feel proud of yourself. These are the moments when you can give back to yourself and nurture your own inner child, your soul self, past versions of yourself. It actually helps you to align and integrate all of those past versions of self, especially if there are things they're saying that go against the grain. So anything that you've been told by your family or by society or by a partner or by a friend or by anybody that you shouldn't be doing or that they don't agree with, um, obviously within context of never harming anybody or anything. But like the things that you've always wanted to pursue, but you've shut down those versions of yourself because somebody or something told you that that part of you was unacceptable, or at least that is the way that you perceived it to be, right? Because again, we take these things on, these other people's opinions on as our own in order to fit in, because that is how our ancestors have rolled for forever. If we didn't fit into the tribe, we would be outcasted and we would die, right? So we have to consider that our mammalian brain is still operating on that system. And so when we are um, going about life, if somebody doesn't agree with something, we tend to shut that part of ourselves down and push it down into our shadow or into the closet and lock it away forever. So they're saying that those parts of you that always wanted to try something or do something or dress a certain way or have a different hairstyle or a different hair color or you know just try different things, be experimental. All of those parts of yourself are the ones that need to come forward now, especially now. Because by trying those different things, by being all of those versions of yourself that you weren't previously allowed to be, this is really going to bring forth not only self empowerment, but authenticity. Because eventually, by trying those different things and allowing those parts of your shadow to express themselves, hold on one second. Ah, you're setting them free. You're taking them from the shadow. You're almost just lifting there, yeah, showing me like lifting the shadow off of those past versions of yourself who were denied access to your whole being. And they get to come forth and live in that experience, being them fully. And if it's something that it's not really a part of your personality fully, and then you don't have to adopt it, but at least to integrate that part of yourself back into you because you're no longer suppressing them, believing the thoughts of other people that that's true versus what is true for you. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's it on there. Which deck do you want me to grab now, Angels? This is an interesting way of doing it. Okay, I'm getting this one here. What message do you have for the collective? Oh, it's 12:24 on the clock. I'm also going to look that up. I tend to forget, so let's do it now. That is a special number. Okay. Oh, that's really tiny. I don't need glasses yet, but that was really, really tiny. Okay, so angel number 1224 is a message from your angels to believe in yourself and your skills, talents, and abilities. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but rest assured that you will have all that you need, both within both within you and materially, to achieve success and personal fulfillment. Your goals are worth working towards. Have faith in yourself and ask for angelic guidance and assistance whenever you wish. Surrender your worries and fears to the angels for transmutation and healing. Angel number 1224 is a sign that your angels are sending you positive energies to boost your self belief, confidence, and self esteem. The work will, the work, will, and effort you have been contributing in the past, or that you've contributed in the past, will have led to the establishment of solid foundations and stability. And you are asked to trust yourself and your intuition. Know that you are on the right life path. Confirmation as to all of what we were just talking about here. So thank you, angels, for notifying me that on that number. All right, and what else would you like to tell the collective? What other message would you like to share with the collective? Yeah, yeah, there it is. This card that just does not, oh, now it does. It did not want to go back in, so we'll take it. All right. So it's angel number 1414. It says, light up. Underneath it says, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Oh, you guys are so funny. It's just like we're getting confirmation. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. And that's essentially it, right? When we're working towards the things that light us up, that bring us that joy, that bring us excitement, then everything becomes easier. When we're not stressing because we're no longer attaching to the details of the how in between, but we put all of our energy into the desired outcome, then that's how we're going to manifest it, and everything else will fall into place. We don't have to worry about the how. Our job is to raise our vibration and put energy towards our desired outcome so that we can make it come to us, right? But with a high vibration, that happens so much faster. And we cannot manifest anything positive out of a negative mindset or a negative energetic frequency either. So that's why we do this clearing work. That's why we clear our lives from our past traumas in order to raise our vibration, in order to raise our frequency. And not only that, they're really just confirming this idea of everything being accessible, right? And that's exactly it. It's accessible when we do that. But everything that we don't want to manifest ultimately comes from those lowered states of being and showing up in the world. So I love that they are confirming that message, that they're letting us know that, you know, opportunities, all these wonderful things, this gift of this time bubble, this time dilation, if you want to call it that, is here for us to manifest all of our dreams right now. And so the biggest focus right now is to be um, simplifying your desired outcome, like simplifying your energy and your focus onto your desired outcome and really envisioning yourself living in that outcome, what it would feel like, what would it smell like, what would the environment be like, where would you live, what kind of salary do you have, how much free time do you have? That's a big one, right? Do we want to get paid more just to exist, or do we want to get paid for doing something, it's really up to you. The sky is the limit. You're infinite. And the sooner you realize that, the less burdened you allow yourself to be by the 3D world. So, um, I'm feeling called to bring this to a close, so I'm going to pull one of these. Thank you for all these beautiful messages, angels. It's a very exciting message today. Okay, thank you. So we have Bridget. Hmm. I'm gonna have to ask for some clarification on this. It says Bridget, caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. So, who or what does this apply to, angels? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so they're saying, like, don't jump ship. Don't jump ship. And is this more for work? This can be applied across a few different scenarios, they're saying, so take it as it resonates. But um, there's some angst in the collective right now, This may not apply to each of you, so don't force it to fit if it is not your message. But there may be some angst to just jump ship and change something up really fast. And they're saying this is not the time for that. So, um, okay. So there's some of you who are looking to leave a relationship, and they don't want you to act in haste. Make a plan for that one, because I'm getting that there's some instability there, and they want you to ensure your safety. Okay. There are others of you who are thinking about leaving your job, and so don't. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm getting a download. Others of you are, thank you, angels. Others of you are looking to make drastic changes in your job. And they're saying, like, there's no, you might be fed up, but it may not be the best time to just jump ship without having some clear vision as to what you want to do. And so for this doesn't apply to everybody. So I'm going to pull a second card for the rest of the collective, but there's a few of you who are just really fed up with current circumstances. And and because of that, instead of acting in haste, they're just asking you to look a little deeper into the situation to discover why, before leaving any situation, discover why it is that you feel that way. Not what you're attached to, but what the higher meaning of that is. So why is it that you had this relationship, or why is it that you had this happen in your business or your workplace, or like how did it evolve? Where did you give your power away? Um, that's one of the biggest things, as well as looking at the parts that you played, because otherwise they're saying that when we shift into something else, even though it may be lighting us up, if we don't correct our part in how we're showing up to something, then we risk just repeating the same cycles over and over and over. And that would be a real bummer, especially when you're doing something that you are really joyous about, that you're really loving. They want you to make sure that you do that course correct before making any decisions, big decisions, right? So these are for the people who are like really acting out of reaction, less reactivity, and a little more head over heart for that one, okay? For those of you who this applies to. Now, let's get one more card for the other half of the collective here, or for those that did not resonate with that message, please and thank you. There it is. There it is. That's funny that that came out like that. And if you're not old enough, you don't even know that song. Okay, so all my 80s babies in the house. All right, so this card is Astara. Astara. That's a nice name. So you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. Okay? And now I think this applies to everybody. Do reach for the stars. Really think bigger. That's what I'm hearing. Think bigger. What you are thinking you're capable of doing is so, I have goosebumps. Ugh. A lot of them. Is so tiny compared to your potential. Okay? Whew. It is such a human perspective, is what they're saying. But what lies within you that you have yet to uncover about yourself is is so much bigger than you can even, you don't have the capacity at this time to really see the whole thing. But you do have the capacity to think at least 10 or 20 times bigger than what you're thinking you can do. So they want you to really look at what it is that you think you're capable of and to understand how limitless your potential is, what a limitless being can do. What can a creator being do? What did Source do? Created a whole universe, right? So if that's the case, and you are your own creator, then should you not be able to create any reality that you desire? So they're saying, think bigger, reach for those stars. Now is the time to really manifest that into fruition. Okay? Now is the time. We have a special time, as I said, in this portal, that the dream that you have is really being laid in the foundations of the universe, right? Right now is where we are building that in the ethereal. And depending, like I said, what stage you're in, maybe you're just laying the foundation of that focus, that dream. If you're at the next stage, now you're building something on top of that foundation, you know? And the more you elevate yourself into the different dimensions, then all of a sudden it starts to come in. So dream bigger. Doesn't matter what stage you're at. Dream bigger. Because everything that you truly want is yours. It's already yours. It already exists on a different timeline, but you need to connect to it. You need to connect to your future self. You need to resonate with the possibility of that being true for it to be true. For you to make yourself a match to it, even. You have to believe it in your head first. You have to see it in your mind's eye first. You have to feel it and feel how good that would feel. And it will be so. All right, my loves. This is where I feel called to end it. Thank you so much for sharing your time for me. Thank you, angels. Thank you to the guardian angels of the collective, and of course, for all of your collective energy. I love doing this with you every day or whenever I can get on. That's why I try and make an effort to do it almost daily. But anyhow, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, join our awesome community of light here that we're building. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care until then. Bye.